Directly into your home, John Feroce announces his candidacy for State Senate in District 14.
Hello, my name is John Feroce, and I want your vote in the race for State Senate in District 14. Your individual vote is very important to me, and I want to ensure that you are comfortable with me representing you and your loved ones. Let me begin by telling you a little bit about myself and the experiences I believe allow me to best represent you in Dover. I'm the son of Italian immigrants whose dream was to come to the greatest country in the world. Through hard work, determination, love for each other and their children, my parents made it to America. I'll never forget accompanying my father to night school so he could learn English and become a citizen. Unlike many nowadays, my parents became citizens through legal immigration and taking the test as soon as they were eligible. It was because of their determination that my brother and I became the first college graduates from our extended family. Another thing you should know about me is that I grew up in a physically challenged household. My father was legally blind, and I'll always remember sitting in bed with him listening to his tapes as he tried to learn English through sound only. It was his battle with eye disease which prompted my brother to go into the optical field. In turn, it was my brother's run-in with political favoritism which stalled his start into optometry school, which led me to a world of politics. I vowed never, ever to let political machines interfere with hard work and deserved accomplishments. Upon graduating from the University of Rhode Island, I ran for the state senate, and despite the naysayers, I fought hard and I won at the age of 24. Frustration with the process and acknowledging the importance of controlling debate on the Senate floor led me to retire and run for lieutenant governor, which was also the president of the Senate. Although I again defied the skeptics, won the endorsement of my party in a very crowded primary, the challenge of overcoming an entrenched incumbent proved too difficult. And frankly, I also miscalculated that people would be comfortable with a 26-year-old being governor. But here we are, over a decade later, and as St. Thomas Aquinas said, when one door closes, another opens. I had the great fortune of moving to Delaware in 1999. I love the location, the beauty of its natural resources, the business environment, but most importantly, the people. You excite me. You're friendly, caring, hardworking, and motivated. It frustrates me to see you taken for granted. I, for one, will never take you for granted. Your views should be my views. I'm asking to represent you. Therefore, I need to ensure that I share your concerns, potential troubles, and hope for the future. And I do. I would be honored to be your senator, and I hope you agree after following my campaign that I do indeed best represent our community. The events of 9/11 greatly influenced who I now am as a person. I am not the same individual pre-9/11 that I am now. I don't know how I could be. The responsibilities given to me during my military service are an honor I will never forget. I worked with some of the best soldiers, Marines, sailors, airmen, and law enforcement personnel that our country has. Yes, I said law enforcement. Many do not realize the contribution they make to the battlefield, both in investigations and in training, and they should be recognized and honored the same as our military. Our homeland is much safer because of their efforts. Soon after the response in Afghanistan began, I went to work as a ground operations officer at United States Central Command. I worked on some of the most dangerous and successful missions of the campaign. I then was part of the advance to Qatar that established our forward headquarters. I was responsible for tracking all conventional and special operations forces for General Tommy Franks during the main effort of Operation Iraqi Freedom. I went on to serve as an interagency operations officer and deployed to Iraq with the FBI. I was responsible for tactical movement of over 3 rotations of FBI agents and personnel during my time there. I subsequently was awarded the Combat Action Badge for actions resulting in enemy contact. I was also named the first liaison officer to the interagency in Washington, D.C., specifically working with the State Department, FBI, DEA, the CIA, Treasury Department, and the Department of Homeland Security. It was in this capacity that I was responsible for coordinating all elements of national power to our efforts in Iraq, Afghanistan, and other areas within Central Command's area of operation. I left active duty just a few weeks ago, ready to move on now to a new phase in my life. I'm excited to lead as CEO the most progressive optical company in the world, Retail Eyewear Incorporated, and our technology, Viopsis, which is soon to be the software standard in the optical industry. Located right here in our state, I'm going to work hard to bring well-paying jobs and opportunities to Delaware as a private business. However, there's one more thing that I need to do, and that's fight for you. Politics as usual needs to stop. I'm going to work hard to ensure that every citizen is paid attention to, and that things that affect our lives on a daily basis, such as traffic, utility rates, our children's education, care for our elderly, and a safe community, are at the top of the agenda always. I want to thank you today for the time you've taken to listen to me, and I hope I can count on you throughout the campaign and in November. Together, we will take back the legislature for we the people. One more thing. You'll hear me ask this over and over again, but I want to ensure that I ask this today. I want your vote. I am asking you today for your vote. I will work every day to earn it. Thank you, and God bless.